Majora's Mask. Like, going back to how much better it is to Ocarina of Time. Like, Johnny has finally confessed to me. Like, you can vouch with him. He said at least like the Ocarina of Time in this is actually a prevalent concept. Unlike in Ocarina of Time, where it's just fucking there, where it's just a fucking regular ass tool and doesn't need to be. It isn't a constant factor. Like he says, maybe he said it in one of our Let's Play videos, but he said like if you're gonna name it Ocarina of Time, if you're gonna name a game after something, then actually make it a staple of the game. And I know that that's ironic coming from somebody whose favorite game is Bioshock, and there's no bio. Well, there is bio and there is some shock, but it's not very prevalent. Like if you wanted to name it after something in the series, like an actual thing, maybe Rapture. That would be a good one. I wouldn't be opposed to that. It's like I'm so embarrassed because I need to get Prey at some point because apparently it's very System Shocky. It's like the penultimate sequel to Parashock. This person will not. Did I say Parashock? I meant System Shock. Why did I? Yeah, suck it, nerd. How I knew I'd be drinking while I was watching this. Oh my goodness. Anywho, like, I need to pick up System Shock at some point. I don't have the money yet because I'm still saving up for my poor doggo who needs surgery. Not really surgery so much, but an operation. I call it a surgery. Whenever, like, what defines a surgery versus an operation? Because, like, for me personally, I try to think of, like, I think of surgeries whenever you are being knocked out, whenever you're gassed, etc. Whenever they knock you out with the knockout gas. That's what I consider that is how I differentiate between the two. But that may not necessarily be the defining factor between an operation and a surgery. And I believe that surgery is a form of operation. So it's like maybe it also involves like whether or not they're cutting you open and going inside you. Maybe the level of penetration is a key factor, but it's not. I don't know the specificity, the thing. I don't know the specifications for such a claim. Words good. I'm doing such a claim. My head dead in bed. And so, anyway, like, no, I'm still saving up for her darling stuff. I mean, it's nothing like life threatening. It's just like a tooth operation. And it's just like, I don't want her teeth to fall out one day. She's getting on in years. And I don't want nothing to... I want her to still be able to eat Chewies daily. That's all I ask. That's all I'm saving up for. And it's costing me a pretty penny also. And so I can't get Prey at the moment. And besides, it's... I've already mentioned before, is that, like, I'm entirely working on my backlog now, except I've got a new system for it now. I count all the systems that I have, all the factors and whatnot that I have, and I go to a random number generator, or I roll a die depending on what kinds of systems I have. I think I have 8 systems in total, or 9, like dating all the way back to the very beginning, and so I judge it by that, and so I just pick a random number, and it's like, okay, I'm playing this on this console next, and then I go to a random word generator, and then I look at the games that I have, and the game that matches and that's closest alphabetically to the word that I found is the specific game that I choose. I'm very weird about that sort of thing. And so yeah, now that I got the water chip, ba 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 ba, that's my song. I'm gonna go to my boss man, and he's gonna say, "Wow, this is fucking cool. I didn't expect you to succeed at anything, you fucking shitlord." See, I think that's 9. That's 10. I've got 10 things that I play on, and I go through generator, and I do the generations, the Sonic generations. I've already beaten Jonic's generations, and I'm going to admit this. It is pretty good. I mean, I don't really care for the optional stuff, but on its own, it is pretty good.
Oh, that's great.
I really dig the 2D Sonic levels, and 3D ones are sometimes fine, other times not so much. It's like, oh my god, I really hope Sonic Mania doesn't, like, super disappoint. That's coming out this year, isn't it? Like, nah, nuh-uh. Nah. What the fuck are you? Now go to the library and wait. Yes, you can touch things. Why? You just assumed that I said that, you asshole. Oh man, I went to the library and I touched things, and I went up a level. A big ass level, apparently, because I got so many skill points up in here. Look at all that. Like, usually I just get like 7. Maybe I went up like 3 fucking levels. Either way, I've got no complaints. I decided to increase my sneak or my lockpick. Thought I increased my sneak as well. Don't you, Silas? Don't you do that? Don't you? Yeah? No, you don't. Oh, well, there I go, assuming things that aren't true. Ugh. Oh, lordy. Oh, lordy, I'm fucking wasted. And you know, I wasn't looking at the fact while I was reading that, and I was just like, hey, I beat the game, because everything lives happily ever after. And then here I have to talk to my overseer again. I was like, oh, jeez, okay, what do you want from me, boss? Yes, boss. Thank you, boss. He's very concerned that our water supplies have been good. And I'm just like, ooh? To paraphrase Tim Allen right there. Excuse me.
I'm a little concerned, however. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so he decides to ask you to commit genocide.
There is a bad
Woo!
come from.
I mean, you chose the right guy for the job, but damn, dude, like, do I have? I mean, I guess I have no choice. Otherwise, it's me or them, and I ain't willing to game over myself. In fact, there's no way I can game over myself unless I die. I mean, if you think about it, that is an authentic end. No, that's not. You're a liar, Silas. That's a fucking lie that you tell to yourself. You are so beautiful to me. This chair is already getting squeaky. I only had it for like 5 months, and it's already like. Oh my goodness. And I just noticed that the heater that I have for my fish is not necessarily for my fish. Uh-oh. Well, I mean, I guess that's not so bad because it sets it at the right temperature anyway. I'm just a little tipsy. I'm still good. I'm still good. I'm still ready to go. Still ready to bust some heads. Because, that's all my character's good for. It's not like he decides to, go into taxes and accounting. I mean, what would he do that for anyway? Like, how many... How many computers aren't working that already in this post-apocalyptic super vault? Not too many, I'd imagine. I mean, a lot. Though they probably wouldn't need a whole lot. I'm implying how much storage space that they would have. They would probably have quite a bit. And I'm closing my eyes for a while because I'm starting to lose my head, starting to wallow away on clouds of temporary abyss and peace. It's the closest I can get to my demise. It's the closest I can get without breaking the limit of life, without destroying myself completely. Oh my goodness, it feels so good. Like, you have no idea how much it feels, like, how good it feels not to think when you're as obsessive compulsive as I am. Oh my goodness. Oh my darling. Oh my darling. I'm gonna talk about something in a bit. Just let me get up, let me walk around, do a little dance while I communicate my ideas, whatever comes to mind. I'm also watching a show called Barton Fink. There we go. It looks pretty good. It's a Coen Brothers film. The Coen Brothers are pretty cool. I'm sitting back down because I thought of something to talk about. I'm sorry. It's surprising for a fucking Coen Brothers film to have such great cinematography. Like, normally I have a normally I find that the cinematography when it comes to Coen Brothers to be very frank and not very not very. They don't put too much effort in it. Mainly, most of their effort comes through writing, and I guess they have sort of a Hitchcock type of camera style where it's exclusively used to convey the story rather than try to improve the story. I mean, there are exceptions when it comes to Hitchcock, of course. So I guess there are also exceptions when it comes to Coen Brothers films, like the the backseat highway wall. um, uh, they tend to. I mean, like Strangers on a Train. Strangers on a Train is probably my favorite fucking movie. Look at this, the fucking bear swipes at me, hits me, and I take no fucking damage. I go, oof. But I take it like a champ. I take it like a champ. That's what I do. So yeah, no, Hitchcock has his moments where, like, the cinematography just sweeps it. And, that's one of the reasons why I like Strangers on a Train is because, like, if you use your camera as a matter of fact and just tell the story and just use it to tell the story that's on a script, why did you make a movie rather than just write a novella? Like, there's a reason for it, and there's a reason for that. I got a whole bunch of fruit. I mean, yeah, the camera's a tool, but you could appreciate what it does. I mean, I'm not going to deny that, like, the camera isn't the only part of a film that matters. Everything about a film matters when it comes to production. My sinuses are acting up too. What a good sign. But you could show the camera some goddamn love every once in a while. It's a people too. It's a person. No, it's not actually a person. But it's like one of the. Without the camera, you wouldn't have the show. You wouldn't have the movie. You wouldn't be making bank off of it like you would if you were making a novella. And so, like, you might as well, like, utilize that tool to its full potential, as opposed to just, trying to just copy what's on the page to what's in on the camera. And that's what I try to incorporate in my writing. When I was in high school, like, everybody compared my style of writing to to watching a fucking movie on a page. And I think that's what I mean, of course that's how I try to visualize my books, but I think I get the point across that way by showing exclusively not only what's important, but using an angle at which like I try to use the lighting in a way. I try to describe the lighting in a way that suggests what angle that you're looking at it from, if that makes any sense. And and I think that kind of writing like helps support that argument for the necessity of a camera, for like the necessity to actually dedicate yourself to the craft of cinematography. How did I get on the subject? I was talking about the Coen brothers and Hitchcock. Hitchcock was like, he hated being on the set. And, I can't blame him. You're seeing everything to its full potential on set, and that can be scary. But, like, the camera is something, like, very crucial to the role, and so you might as well give it some respect.